up, world? It's your boy Lyles, back with another edition of Candy Kids. Today we want to talk about problems. And don't run from your problems, run to them. Don't ignore your problems. If you have an issue, you run directly to that issue and you handle it right away. Don't just move around like this problem won't go away without you addressing it. In life, you gotta look at problems like you look at a 12-round fight, how a boxer trains for it. He don't train for one round. Even if he has knockout power, he don't train for just to come in there and just knock you out that one round. No, he trains for the 12-round fight. So that's what you have to do with life. You have to break it down. And how you win a 12-round fight, you win round by round. You have to win it round by round. You break it down. So when you have issues and you handle them and you deal with them, you're handling your responsibility, because either you take on the responsibility or you become somebody's responsibility, because then somebody else has to handle it and then you don't have the control. The quicker you get to your issues and deal with them, the more experienced you will be, which is going to help the people that come behind you, because you'll be able to give them advice, right? A lot of people go, when they have issues, they find other things to take their mind off of it, like drug use, weed, alcohol, pills, right? They use those things to take their mind off the actual problem. They never deal with the problem. And problems don't start big. They usually start small, and then it's like a snowball effect. It increases. If you put a snowball on a hill, as it grows, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. But you have a chance to nip the problem when it's small. You never let it get too big, because when it gets too big, it becomes out of control. You can't control it. But you can control small problems. So you always want to break things down in layman terms and then deal with them when it's small, right? And you'll see it won't be so bad. You'll start feeling a lot better for yourself when you actually deal with whatever that issue is. And don't do things by yourself. Reach out. Reach out to people that know. The dumb question is the question that was never asked. Ask as many questions as possible. Get around somebody that really knows. If you're in school, you should be trying to hang out with the smartest kids in the class. You should be the dumbest person in your circle. Right? And eventually, you're going to become as smart as those kids. Then you got to find a new circle. Right? And in real life, you should be the poorest one in your circle. Eventually, you're going to become just as well off as your friends or whoever your business partners are. Then you need new business partners. That's how you handle your problems. You go get people that's more experienced. They're going to give you advice. And when they tell you something, really, really listen and try it. Now, when you listen to things, you take what you like, but you listen to everything that the person has to say. You don't have to agree or disagree, but you take the things that you like, and the things you don't agree with, you don't have to use. But you should listen, because you may learn something. And you can learn something from anybody. Actually, the people that messed up the most can tell you exactly what not to do, because they got the experience from what they did in life. They might not tell you what to do. You got to deal with the people who've done that, but they can tell you what not to do. Don't do drugs. Look at me. Don't be irresponsible. Look at me. Don't maintain your credit. Look at me. Right? So, and you can figure that part out. All you got to do is just look at life. Right? Time will tell. So, you got to run to your problems. Don't run away from them. run from your problems, run to them. But if you pay attention to other people's problems, you could potentially avoid having that problem. That goes back to what I was saying. Learn from other people's mistakes. Don't make them. You know that if you step outside your marriage and you have a child, that's a problem. You see what happens to them. You lose fortunes behind that. The kids don't respect you behind that. You struggle behind that. You create chaos behind that. That was why, some of the reasons why my parents' situation didn't work, right? You hurt the generations that follow you behind that. So you can see that coming. Don't create an issue when you don't have to. Don't make life harder for you. Energy works through the path of least resistance. That's just natural. Heat goes from warm to less warm. Water pressure goes from higher pressure to lower pressure. Pressure itself goes from stronger to less strong. That's how it goes. So why would you make things harder on yourself if the natural flow of things is going to make things easier for itself? You also have problems that you see in the street. Why would I run around and get something on my record and get in trouble over something that's very minute instead of having patience when I see so many other people making the same mistake? Like those kids that jumped on that girl. Those kids that jumped on that girl created a problem for themselves. Why did it have to be 19 people to jump on a female? That means you had to go from one person, two persons, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, you got to think about the 19th kid that jumped on that girl. Right? Because a sucker that follows a sucker is worse than the original sucker, because you have the opportunity to hear the information that's being told to you. Yo, let's go beat this person up. You have an opportunity to say no. Now you just created a problem for yourself. Whoever was the kid that didn't jump on that person, that girl, or stop their friends from doing it, or stop them kids from doing that, that's who you want to be. You want to be the problem solver. You don't want to be the problem starter, and you don't want to be the person that the problem is happening to if you don't have to be. And if it does happen to you, you want to run directly to it. You want to handle these things. That's what I mean by being able to see somebody go through something and learn from it. You don't be the person, because they already paved the way. Then everything they did goes into it's really for nothing if you don't learn from their mistakes. That's how you avoid problems. You usually can see these things coming. Nothing just happens out of nowhere, right? And you have to plan for a rainy day in case it does. You have to have some kind of good credits stashed away that you done. Maybe some money put away, maybe some favors put away. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some knowledge put away. So when you do have these issues that come up, you're not left hopeless. You have some kind of idea on how you're going to tackle this. So yeah, that's what you have to do. You have to run to your problems. Don't run away from them, because they're not going nowhere. And you learn from other people's mistakes. You don't make them. This is how you use these things, right? And remember, one time is too many. That could potentially be a problem. That's something that, you know, if somebody breaks a one time is too many rule, which we're going to come out with a list of those rules. We're going to make one time is too many rules. So I would like to see that in the comment too, in the comment section, right? When somebody breaks those rules, they potentially could cause you problems later on if you don't correct it when it's small. But that's my video for today, guys. Peace.